me since you were reanimated. And I finally came into you, and you found me. The next thing you know, I'm so shocked that both of you are in there, and then another emotional cue, an emotional cue starts hitting in the back of my head again. I'm like, how did this happen? I killed Gary. I ripped him in half. What is going on? Like, just start basically having a mental panic attack in the back of my head. And all of a sudden, I would not have expected this. You lob another fireball at me, and it hits me. I'm struck and paralyzed with fear, and I get hit with this fucking fireball. I'm standing on the ground. I'm not standing on the ground, yeah, okay. I'm laying on my back.
Wait, you're standing on the ground?
Yeah, dude, apparently. But no, you start to slowly approach me, and your intent is to kill. There is no feelings, no nothing. You want to kill me. So I'm sitting there being hit by this fireball. Basically, my whole entire chest, that is basically scar-free from Gary, is like burning as we speak. Like, my chest is on fire. Because Anthony has that. You guys have this magic being fused. Well, I wouldn't say being fused, but having Gary's power on top of your power, considering you were a stronger figure as is, but I didn't know that yet. You can do things that I'm not even gonna know that you can do. And all of a sudden, you fucking basically teleport in front of my face, and you grab my neck, and you hold my neck down at the ground, and you start calling me a bitch. And I'm not kidding. Like, you literally look me right in the eye, and in Anthony and Gary's voice, you basically say right to me, "You've always been a bitch." And then you have my neck, right? And you slide me aggressively across the fucking ground. You're running and taking me and sliding my fucking body across the train tracks. Like, literally, I'm sitting there basically just getting fucked. And then you start smashing my fucking head into the subway. You just literally start to destroy me. I can't do anything. Literally nothing. You have me crippled from this. And for some odd reason, the power that was pulsating in my arms is no more. It's not pulsating anymore. So then, crippled and basically destroyed after you did all that to me, you approach me for the kill. And once again, you make a vulgar statement. And you say, "Man, I expected you to not be so much of a pussy and actually put up a fight." And I try to clench my fist, and you fucking kick my fucking arm so hard that it shatters you hear a fucking shatter of my bone in my wrist. And I go, "Ah!" And you're like, it seems like this is it. Like, more than when I was fighting Gary, you literally have me so crippled, and you basically just broke my arm. And I can't do anything. It's it. This is it. Nothing can be done. You start to walk away. And on insult to injury, while I'm sitting there, basically going through another emotional moment, thinking in my head, I start talking to myself, you take both hands, and you put them up. And then you summon 2 of those fireballs. And you raise your hands together, and it forms into one gigantic fireball. And you say,
"How many powers does Gary have?"
No, this is you, dude. I'm fighting you in this episode.
Oh, shit. Was that your cam?
Don't do anything stupid.
God, no, this whole episode is about fighting you, and you absorb. So after I ripped Gary in half and tried to go home,
Huh?
You...
Yeah, turn it all the way up.
Follow my orders.
Basically,
and you'll be okay.
You absorbed Gary's power, and you are basically, you have his powers and yours. Okay? And then you just, basically, you go, "Ha, pathetic," as you have this gigantic fucking fireball in your hands. And you throw it at me, and it hits me. And I'm just I'm burning. I am screaming. There's nothing I can do. So basically, Jesse's about to be, like, dead. Jesse's gonna die. right?
I think you're relying too much on the comeback mechanic, which is my biggest issue with fucking Dragon.
Well, this is like the final episode of the final season. Of
I'm
course,
just
it's
saying,
going to
you
be
gotta let
combat.
yourself get your ass kicked every once in a while. Like, you gotta be
That's-
unpredictable. If you're
that's
so
literally
predictable, like Dragon Ball is, where it's literally just like, I'm stronger than you, so you whoop my ass, and then out of nowhere, ass pull, I pull out a new transformation. Now I'm stronger than you, so I'm gonna whoop your ass. Oh, but I was holding back. I had this transformation. Now I'm whooping your
But no,
ass
that's
again.
that's not
Oh,
what's
but I have
happening.
a secret
That's not
power
what's,
that wasn't unlocked until you were whooping my ass. Now I'm whooping your ass again.
no, it's not. That's not really what's happening right now. You're literally basically killing me, and the power that I had that I was using to fight Gary is not showing up. Like when I was about to fight you initially, the power was pulsating through my arms, but it disappeared after you fucking basically started to fuck me. So that happens, and I'm literally incinerating right now. Like what's happening is I am against this subway, crippled with a broken wrist, burning basically to death. And then this is like the super plot twist. So somehow, after I'm incinerating, you hear me screaming at the top of my lungs, and basically, I don't know how, because you know sometimes there's things you can't really speculate on, but somehow Gary, the absorbed energy of Gary, starts to talk to you, and he's trying to basically convince you otherwise to not kill me. And you're obviously pushing it away. You're like, no, 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 I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. He's
I
fucking
must
dead
have
as we
missed
speak.
out. I thought Gary was slicing you up with his fucking blade arms.
Dude, this is what I... Did you not hear me say, I don't know how this happens, because you can't speculate on things sometimes? I literally just said that.
Yeah, he can speculate, though.
I mean, I don't really know as to how the absorbed energy of Gary is speaking to you to tell you to not kill me, but somehow you get a shred of sympathy and you stop the flames that are burning me, and I'm just sitting there scalded, fucking burning. Like, I'm not burned anymore, but my skin is basically black from that flame. And you come up to me, you look me straight in the face, and you said, I'm not going to kill you. And I'm basically begging you to kill me at this point because I have been so crippled and destroyed, I feel like I have nothing to live for. And then, the ending happens. Yeah, I know, I got the dick and, like, I'm basically fucked. And then I basically want you to end my life. And then somehow, the good energy of Gary separates from you.
Good Bloodborne.
Yeah, he literally separates from you. And then all of a sudden, he forms into the figure he was when I fought him last episode. But the non-demonized version. He forms into himself. And I'm looking, and I'm in awe, like, with my eyes barely open, just basically dying. I see Gary next to you. And then here comes major plot twist. Gary's energy decides to fight Anthony. And then an immense battle occurs while I'm basically dying. And in the end, the good energy of Gary overcame your energy. And he basically massacred because the
Doesn't make any
power...
sense. So you defeated Gary, but I just whooped your ass, and now Gary, less demonic version, so I'm assuming less powerful than you whooped my ass.
No, you're not understanding. You absorbed Gary's energy after I killed him because I was going home and you were secretly tracing me all along to, you know, find me like your reanimated version. So you
Where
absorbed
did Gary's energy come
from his body. He wasn't fully dead. I ripped him in half and left him there and crushed his face. Like,
Is that not fully dead?
there's still energy left. He was a demonized version.
Ripped him in.
So basically, that happens. You absorb his energy, and this is the plot twist. I keep trying to say this. At one point, you guys are fighting together as one. Like, you have Gary's energy and his energy. I can hear the voiceovers of both of you. But as I'm sitting there, basically fucking dissolving, the good energy that was once in Gary separates from you. Because apparently, the energy that you absorbed wasn't all entirely bad. And this is where the backstory comes in, and there's like 2 minutes of history or whatever as to how this happened. But Gary's energy separates from you, and the energy of Gary that is about to fight you is more powerful than the demonized version of him because it's a being of entirely good and benevolent purpose.
Huh?
So, a benevolent force of massive power fights a malevolent force of massive power, and I'm basically watching the fight happen. I don't really know how the fight would go down. I'll probably give you later details of it in a text form, but Gary ends up overcoming you in his blessed, benevolent form. And how the season ends, like how the episode ends, after I'm so fucked up, I look at Gary, and Gary comes over to me, and he gets down on one knee, and he says, "You did your best. There was nothing else you could do." And I basically am just grunting. I'm like trying to form words. And basically Gary asks, he's like, "Do you want this to be over?" And with just the smallest amount of energy, I nod my head. And Gary says, "Okay, I will fulfill your wish, your dying wish." And basically, what happens then is Anthony is dissolved and his being is basically, gone. It's just Gary. And Gary ends my life. And then after that happens...
Wait, so the main character dies in season 2?
Season 3. The fight where I fought myself was season 2, episode 10.
But you never even achieved your next nat type.
Yeah, that's how it ends. Well, no, actually. No. In season 10, I fought myself to get that nat type, remember? And after I got the nat type, I didn't know what to do with myself. So I achieved 7,000 nat. But then...
7,000.
Yeah, so I got that. And then I fought Demonized Gary. That epic fight went down. Then I fight you. You decimate my world. Good Gary destroys you. And I am just sitting there, like I said, disintegrating basically, or dying. And I ask Gary to kill me so I can move on because I can't take the suffering anymore. Gary fulfills my wish. He kills me, and then an entirely new sub-series becomes in the work with Gary taking my 7,000 nat and protecting the world and protecting all the nat types.
Protecting the world from...
Yes, yeah, exactly. So basically good Gary, the energy that was taken away from you that formed into good Gary becomes the next protagonist in the new sub-series. Not Jesse's Bizarre Nat type adventure. It turns into Gary's defense of nat types. So,
Whoa.
and yeah, so I fought a valiant cause. I fought both my friends. One of my friends killed me. And the friend that I initially killed, his good came out, and he succeeded the bloodline, basically, and formed his own series, and now he's the protector of the city I was once protecting. Crazy shit, dude. I can't believe I just made all that stuff up. That was like 35 minutes of like pure anime storytelling.
That was such a saga.
Dude, was that not awesome? Yeah, Anthony, you should fucking record that.
I can't because I'm not in a game.
You can still record at the main menu.
Can you?
Yeah, dude.
No, you can get a screenshot, but you can't record.
Yeah, you can. I can take a video right now. That's weird. But basically, dude, that is what's going to be... That's what's going to be storyboarded and sent to Crunchyroll. And it's going to turn into this epic fucking thing.